in time that he was going to be playing Villager in this matchup. He already knows that Villager Chrom is garbage, and now he's got a new, entirely different piece of character in his pocket. So we'll see what he can do with the grenades. We'll see what he can do with the bird bashes. We'll see what he can do with the big old bear.
The biggest bear coming out here, starting PS2.
He needs it. He needs the counter pick because it just doesn't work. Chrom Villager, it just doesn't work.
No,
it's so bad. And he knows it too.
This could go very interesting.
All right.
I don't think he meant to have the turnaround there.
Now that there's actually a Banjo on screen and my first game casting, I get to immediately launch into this. Banjo's the top tier. I'm saying it right now. You have a projectile zoner with an actual DLC-style move and great recovery.
Earl just went up and swatted him like a fly swatter, just like, no.
Hey,
no,
look,
it was the gentlest hit.
Just because Banjo's a DLC character doesn't mean that he's automatically broken, and Chrom is still a melee character in the wrong game. But Banjo's got the sauce. And that's one way to deal with Chrom.
What a hard... Are you real? You just said a good. He's out here bowing.
Well, Wonder Wing is very... Oh, he messed up the recovery.
Well, yeah, he did up B first, and then he did side B, and you can't up B again. So he just was living on a prayer with the aired out jump.
Chrom and Ike both. Wonder Wing is like their worst nightmare installed into a move.
It's awful. It's just the you lose button.
However, Earl up considerably in this game despite everything. You got to imagine for anybody playing Banjo right now, unless this is the sole character that you've been playing, it's still going to need some work. It's still going to need some lab time. Going to need some tournament experience. Jab back air, and Earl going to take the quick and definitive game one there as he is tearing through this losing bracket.
I think that was the fastest Panda Bair game I've ever watched in my life.
He did play Bowser at Second City 3.
Oh, yeah?
I think it was Second City 3. Yeah, he played Bowser for the 5th place game, also against Earl, which was my fault.
He was just trying to find whose fault is it, yours or Pete's?
It was some combination. We both told him to play Bowser.
Why? It was Earl has a Bowser problem or something?
No, because Panda has a Chrom problem.
Oh, true.
And you need to find a way out of that. And he'd been messing with the Bowser.
Oh, dude, he changed his mind real quick. It's Villager Lucina.
Part of it is the stage choice. Like, Lucina and swords, like, for Villager are awful. But on certain stages, you can just utilize things like Yoshi's Story heavily to your advantage. It's a little bit harder for Lucina to edge guard because of the slopes, where Villager can still do crap like that against the wall ride with the bowling ball. So I get it. But
it doesn't matter, man. Earl Event is just insane off the stage.
Earl's playing wacky today.
Earl's playing out of his mind today.
It's been great to watch. His set was incredible, and whenever you see a set like that against players good as Seth, you can kind of just be like, oh, you know what? I wouldn't want to play him right now. No, nobody wants that.
Try to get these scoops and these little turnaround backers. He just stood there. He just ducked. Look at it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, he almost got the spike box on that random back hit. I thought he was going to jump up there and go for the back air.
I've never seen someone edge guard Panda as effectively as this.
Great air dodge to ledge, knowing the distance and timing between the two bowling balls. And that just comes from experience. You know, these guys play each other a ton. As you can probably tell, just if you've ever looked at Panda's social media, his hatred for swords, this is where it was born. This is it.
From good old Earl.
So Earl has stated that he wants to get himself, I believe, some kind of tattoo.
Yeah,
depending on his how well he does.
Quick story, he put aside $100 before the tournament, and he said however much money he wins, he's going to put chunks of that away to a tattoo for himself. And he wants to get the sun from, oh god, he told me what it was earlier today. Tangled, yes.
He's wearing the tag.
Well, he always wears the tag. He wants to get the sun from Tangled on his left shoulder, and he said he wants to hit the gym for a little bit, get a little swole, and get the Chrom tattoo on his other shoulder.
Yeah, he looks at me, he says that story, and he looks at me and he taps his arm and goes, how sick would that be? And I was just like, dude, you're the nastiest man. All right, Panda getting a stock there with the bowling ball, but it took entirely too long, and in this matchup, You just don't want to give Lucina time to chip away at you.
Right.
It's so scary just to be Villager in this matchup.
You know what's the weirdest thing? It's usually people say that about Villager. Like, Villager, you don't want him to give time to chip away at you. I don't know what it is about the way that Earl is playing today, but, I mean, Panda's also playing excellent today.
Yes, he made it to Winners Finals.
Right. This,
Which should tell you what you need to know there.
Exactly.
A big part of it is the chip damage that Lucina throws out is much higher in quantity. So, like, when Villager chips you with a slingshot for whatever, 6 to 8%, and Lucina goes, yeah, and you take 25, you're like, oh, you chipped away at a third of my health bar.
Right.
What a down smash! Reads the tech roll in.
That covered the second place.
And tech roll in.
And a mistech. So the only thing you could have done there was roll out.
Yeah, you would have had to tech roll out.
That's it. Out of all the options you had at that moment, you only had one. Earl cut off everything else.
And you don't want to tech roll out there because you're too close to ledge, so if he F smashes, yeah, he
could run up an F smash, he could run up in side B, like Dancing Blade. Earl just got options today, man. This isn't by any means out of reach for Panda. I think at any moment, Panda could just turn it around, control the pace of the game, and win.
On Battlefield, yes, but this is the way I see this set going right now. Earl doesn't see Panda right now. The way he's playing, he sees Ned, and the reason he's switching back and forth is to warm up both characters for the Ned fight. He literally looked at this matchup and he was like, this is a warm-up. That's the mentality he brought into this. I'm not saying that he's disrespecting Panda by any means. Panda's an excellent player. But when you're playing this well in a matchup that's generally, like, except for right there, that was an excellent edge guard from Panda. But the first 2 games, Earl just played excellent. Counters the tree. And he's doing it because he wants to win the event. He's not just playing for placing. He's saying, this is mine now. I would like to take it. Ned waiting, obviously, in Grand Side of Winners. That's always a tall order for anyone to beat Ned 2 sets in a row. Even the best players in the known world that used to have that problem in Smash 4.
0 to be 1.
Yeah. I mean, 0 had his sets on Ned, but Ned won the important one.
Yeah, right. Just charging the neutral B raw up. I don't know if that's a statement or an option. Maybe both.
There's a hard hit and a soft hit. I believe he hit the soft hit. Oh, he got him with it again? He got him with it again?
I don't know, man.
This is why I don't think Villager Chrom is as bad as Panda makes it sound. Because he'll run off and nair you at 20 and you'll be like, oh, neat.
Right, but you could also say that for literally like any character in the game. You just hit Chrom off stage, spank him a little bit, little tiny hit, and you got him.
It's specifically because of the angle that the Villager Nair pops him at, where he goes a little bit like right down. It's almost like an old school Sheik Fair where you're like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Who did this to me?
Like terror, like a Captain Falcon down tilt or something. Like.
Yeah, that move does do that too. I actually had to think about that. It's like, who down tilts with Falcon? Oh yeah.
That's a whole edge guarding tool.
In my head at first, I was like, do you mean up tilt? That's where it sends them straight down? No, you're absolutely 100% right. Man, I have not seen a Falcon on stream in a hot minute when I've been commentating. Or in a
they normally don't make it as far as you commentate.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
I don't think jab back air is killing right now. Now it might.
I don't know, man. Chrom was the first character with a DLC move installed. That back air is real wicked.
Hey, he's looking for it. He's for sure looking for it. Panda's best option is the shield. Of course, counter player Earl can just run up and grab.
I love that air dodge on the stage, not letting Panda get him for the 3rd time. And this is actually not out of the realm of possibility for Earl still. He's got the magic % going. Panda really hasn't done much damage to him in the last, like, 45 seconds. Chrom just gets scarier as the stocks go on.
Oh my
and
gosh,
Earl's got the dash dances, man. Oh, that's my favorite thing to see is when people have the nastiest dash dances going. But Panda starting to find his legs under him again.
After a rough first 2 stocks. Doesn't matter, man. Get him in the net.
That is a powerful back throw.
It is. Like, you wouldn't think it should be, but it really is.
100%. AKA the percentage it kills you at.
Remember, looking game 4, the pick is FD. That's Earl's pick. What do you think about that?
Platforms were hindering him in that last game considerably.
Okay.
So Villager has ways to like bounce off platforms with like multiple fair and bear slingshots.
Sure.
And again, as a sortie, you don't want that. You can let Villager run back to the edge of FD and not really care and continually shield pressure him. Earl just, nope. You're not going to breathe.
Nope.
You're going straight. I was going to say, you know, like slowly pressure him. He just mad sprinted.
This
Like,
man's pressure, dude. Look at this.
Like, where do you go? He got him with the grab, sure, but he took so much shield pressure. That is the one thing, and I talk about this a lot when I discuss Earl. He really likes the up Bs out of shield with Chrom and Lucina, and he gets a little bit rogue with them sometimes. And that he almost lost the Comet set because he did one at like a strange time.
Yeah. Look at this, man, the pressure. I do like his composure, though. Just he doesn't care. All right, dance around, run around, do whatever you want. I'm just sit here and hold shield because it's safe, and that's going to be a dead Earl.
Earl's laughing at it. He's realizing he keeps getting caught by the same thing. It's like, all right, you got me.
Yeah.
He got the triple turnip, too.
Like, that's almost like a thought, right? When you are the best edge guarder in the state, and you can't edge guard a character as well as you want to, what are you thinking? Like, I mean, it's your play has to change, and like you can't lock down the stocks that you usually do. All right, look at that. Yeah, I like that.
He does that a lot. He always looks for the roll in because people think, oh, what's Villager going to do? And he's waiting. He's going to do exactly this. All right, Panda mixing up his recovery a little bit as that Lloyd Rocket gets parried. Earl, though, he's hit a lot of parries. You'll notice, like, the really good players in the scene have been getting that parry time closer and closer to perfected over the course of the last 9 months.
Best parriers are Earl, Snoople, probably.
Snoop is getting really good at it. Ned has gotten really good at it.
I would say also Big Mac and Dan. Those two are like...
Dan's good at it in, like, the critical situation.
Yeah.
He doesn't just do it for the sake of it.
That's pretty true.
Which is really important. I'd rather be good at it in the clutch than just like, haha, I parried your 6 damage slingshot.
Right.
Good.
He's just slugging it out here. Percents are so even. I don't know. Ah, man. It's 2019, man. It's almost 2020, and we're still out here approaching tree.
Is he gonna make it back?
No
chance. Right, Panda's allowed to hit him again. That's how that works. I was just wondering in my head if he actually had the range if nothing happened to make it back from there.
It's a lot of pressure that Panda's putting back on to get himself back on the stage, and he does do it. Down tilt. Interesting.
I like it. He hit him with 1 berry already.
Yeah.
He's been throwing that out more, and just kind of in general, he's been finding better uses for that as like part of the Villager kit. It's a good mix-up tool.
Can't it kill eventually?
Probably. I feel like Villager's one of those characters where like eventually all of his things will kill.
Well, I mean, eventually, yes, stuff's gonna kill, but I feel like it's like a
reasonable percentage.
Good kill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I like the patience. Everyone's back safe. He needed to grab that ledge because he might have been out of gas soon.
Earl's still in this mentality. He doesn't care about getting back safe. He just wants to delete you. Now officially Panda's back is as against the wall as it gets.
Earl's playing with some reckless abandon today, man.
And it's paying dividends so far. Wow, I don't think he meant to run off and do. But he made it back safely. There was nothing to edge guard there. All right. Is Earl going to stay aggressive or is he going to wait the tree out? He's going to stay aggressive. He even got it down tilted on the tree for the sake of it.
I saw something on Twitter that was like a little, little poll or whatever that said if neutral was a conversation, how would your character talk? He's dead. And someone was like, Villager's the guy that just says uh-huh in the middle of the conversation. Like as you're trying to talk, he's like uh-huh, and that's just slingshots left and right.
Slingshot, down tilt berry.
That just makes so much sense to me because it's just all the interrupts that Villager has to like disrupt the neutral or like disrupt your game flow or like your mentality of what you want next. Villager can kind of control that a little bit.
I can see that. Chrom's the guy that listens to you but never responds to your questions.
Going into this game 5 now, right?
It is.
Oh my gosh,
I think we're getting Villager Lucina. Panda's been edge guarding the villagers super well. Or sorry, Panda's been edge guarding the Chrom super well. Wow.
I was like, huh?
Yeah, production just Silas
Production?
Silas just goes wrong. I had to think about what I said.
He said Chrom.
Oh, I heard wrong, which made it way funnier. Just wrong. Wrong.
All right, man.
All right.
Game 5.
We are getting
Battlefield.
I'm surprised he wanted to go to Battlefield with this particular character pick. But we'll see. If you're Panda, what do you ban? Probably FD in town or something. If you're expecting Lucina.
He won on FD already. Well, against Chrom.
Yeah,
That's fair.
If you're expecting Lucina to come back out, I mean, anybody watching the set through and through, the building knows Lucina's back for this particular game.
I feel like you don't want Yoshi's story. I feel like no one wants Lilat. I feel like that's just preference between these two, though.
Villager absolutely wants Lilat. What?
But is that a Panda pick? Sure, Villager wants Panda like Lilat. I don't know. I don't know his personal preference.
I think he's.
It doesn't matter what the character wants, man. If you hate the stage, you hate the stage.
That's very true. Especially with Lilat's terms. Like other stages, I think people will hate, but they'll like deal with. Yeah. Like there's a lot of people out there who gentlemen's the stadium, but also hate stadium. Right. But yeah, Lilat is a different animal. All right, I really like the fair, but he couldn't make anything out of it. Smart from Panda.
I feel like the mental fortitude that you have to have against Villager when you're trying to edge guard him, it's like you can edge guard him beautifully 10 times, but it doesn't matter. You just hit the balloon. It's like, it's...
I like that Panda kind of represents the wall that Earl has run into as he takes that first stock. Where...
How did I say that?
Well, no, I stand by this because you look at Earl's other sets, and he was playing so aggressively, so successfully because he was playing aggressive. And then you play against Panda, and he forces you to take a second. You can't just run at a villager at all times.
Like that.
Like that.
You're going to get back here.
And he's had to, like, space a little bit more than usual. He's had to play so much smarter. Everything riding with these guys on these last two stocks is we got this game 5.
I don't
Losers
think
finals, man.
I don't think there's anyone better in Illinois than Panda attacking off hit, like on the side of the stage, like stage stacking. I don't think there's anyone better.
It's Panda and Snoop. Those are the two.
Snoop, yeah,
because Snoop has to because he's Fox.
Right.
But yeah, I would agree. These are the characters that have to do it. And Panda doesn't just learn how to do it for the sake of living, because Snoofle will do it and then he'll uppy again.
Right.
Panda does it into like an aerial, like and not just an aerial, but like the correct aerial, which is terrifying. That means he put in like 3 inputs in like the same like couple frames.
Backer almost gonna be taking that second stock here.
That was an excellent neutral B, perfectly spaced. I like Panda going for the up smash there as well. It forces the Lucina to not do the runoff back air because they get punished for it. But Earl with the back air,
he's literally perfect when you're off stage. This man just doesn't mess up.
Yeah, not tonight.
Yeah, not tonight. He hasn't all day.
It's really just, it's like that level of like height of the top platform to ground when you're off stage. I like the axe straight through.
Well, there's nothing you have to pretty much roll as your one and only option there, and then immediately die.
Yeah, and you know what Panda's looking for there every time is the rolling bowling ball.
Right.
All right, stock of champions for these two gentlemen. But the shield break.
That's it.
Is it?
That's it.
Not quite yet.
That would have killed anybody else in the game at that weight except Villager, because that little jerk can just Lloyd rocket the wrong way and live. Stops all momentum and turns him around. Earl should have won that set just there.
He actually leaned back. He thought the set was over. But it got reversed, and we're getting a Panda pop-off. That does not surprise me one little bit. Panda popping off as Earl hits as the heartbreaker shown to him. Panda living with probably an inch of space left to his name. Up with perfect DI in the very top right corner with the Lloyd rocket. Runs it straight back into insta bowling ball. And Earl is out at 3rd place despite an excellent performance as Panda completes the reverse 3-0.
There was so much that just happened there. Like, in the last 15 seconds of that game.
I mean, my brain broke. How about you?
Like, let me just back up. Everyone kind of relive this with me here. He gets the shield break.
51%. You know what he didn't do?
Push him to the edge of the platform.
That inch, the 1 inch that he didn't take the quarter second to do. Panda lived because he didn't get pushed to the edge of the stage, and then he hit the ball.
And you know what we saw him do? Earl.
Hold on. He's got something to say. Hold on.
When he got the shield breaker, he took off his headset, and then when he saw that I didn't die, he didn't have enough time to put back on his headset to listen to his music or whatever.
To be fair, though, Panda, if he pushes you to the edge of the platform,
yeah, he didn't push you to the edge of the platform.
I mean, I feel bad for him, but at the same time, what are we saying, Chicago?
We take those, baby.
All right, going to
Go play
winners
Grand Pen.
final.